My name is Danny Wallace and I am the Queen Bee. I grew up on the council estates of Preston and I was furious when I found out that the Queen was born the Queen. So I set about creating the I am the Queen Bee movement to help more people show up for wives and rising and reclaim their birthright to success. There's this quote that goes, aerodynamically bees should not be able to fly, their little wings shouldn't get their fat little bodies off the ground, and bees don't care what humans think is impossible, bees fly anyway. And so I wanted to create a space and community where we could do what bees do when they're building something new and festoon and link arms and help each other.
I need to get to know this woman. I need it in my life.
Who is this woman? I need a piece of that.
As a survivor of domestic abuse and homelessness and clawing my way back up from rock bottom, I wanted to be able to put my hand behind me and say, come with me, you don't have to struggle.
I had a dream of something that I wanted to do, and Danny, she got me there.
You're just me!
How the bloody hell did I get here?
Often as business owners, we hide behind our businesses. But as the saying goes, closed mouths don't get fed. If you're not speaking about your business, who's going to know about it? If you're not speaking about your mission and how you can help people, how are you going to help the people you want to help?
I just made a wish come true.
A speaker coach is somebody who's going to be the hands at your back.
Wow, Danny made a wish come true. She helped me get there.
I'm buzzing.
It's life-changing. What an amazing journey. Oh my goodness me, I loved it. Oh, I loved it.
We actively encourage people to be themselves because that's the most magnetic thing about you. What people gain when they participate and be inspired is that spark of belief in themselves that creates a furnace, that creates a bonfire, that creates an inferno.
Wow, wow, wow. It has been nothing short of life-changing.
It doesn't stop there. The community creates bonds and friendships that are absolutely forged for life. It really does become so much more than speaking.
How are you feeling?
It felt like I picked up this really enormous thing. That was awesome. Epic. Phenomenal. It was a bit more intense than I thought it was going to be.
Exhilarating.
Went fast.
It felt amazing.
Exhausted.
Thinking at all about wanting to stand on a stage yourself or running a workshop, get in touch with Danny, will not regret it.
You want somebody like that in your corner.
It was brilliant, the atmosphere was set, the stage was set, and it was smashing.
The Be Inspired Mastermind is for anybody who is ready to take the leap to the next step in their business. You can get in touch with me by following me across the socials at the Queen Bee Danny, or you can head on to my website where you can learn more about the incredible things that we do as part of IATQB. It's www.iamthequeenbee.co.uk. That's peace.
Good morning. Good morning. It is Monday. It is not only Monday, but it is Be Inspired Eve. So we are just, hang on, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're just 3 sleeps away from it being Be Inspired. We are now in Be Inspired week here at IATQB HQ. It is very exciting. I don't have a stitch of makeup on. I am not apologizing for it. I am making sure that my head is down and my sleeves are up. We are getting all of the final bits sorted out today and tomorrow, ready for getting on Wednesday. And you guys, I cannot wait. Please let me know in the comments if you are ready, if you are coming along, if you've got your ticket, if you're one of our speakers. I can see already that some of you are watching along this morning. I can see Nick Davies. I can see our Beth Thompson. Morning, Bethany. How are you? Tracy Tillman, you're watching along. Tracy, are you joining us this time? Are we going to see you? I'm very excited. It's a funny one, this one, because ordinarily, when we're taking a run up like this to such a huge event, to such an involved event with lots and lots of moving parts, I'm feeling like nervous or a little bit of trepidation or a little bit, just all completely natural things when we're running up to something like this. But I went to an event Thursday, Friday last week. A phenomenal friend of mine, Nick James, ran his event Expert Empires with his incredible team, and I look at the size of his team, and I look at the size of the event, and I look at, you know, what he puts on, and it's brilliant, and it's a completely different beast in its own right. If you stand it next to Be Inspired, it's completely different. It's a different energy, it's a different situation. There's, you know, a different sort of variety of conversations that take place on the Be Inspired stage as opposed to the EE stage. However, what it did solidify within me is that Be Inspired stands alongside events such as big events, well-known, renowned events such as Expert Empires, such as, you know, I look at Atomicon. Be Inspired really does stand up alongside those real big hitter names. And it feels a bit strange when, you know, like kind of I'm sat here going, Be Inspired is one of the big hitter events now. This is where we've got it to. This is what's happening. And that in turn has just allowed me to feel a bit more relaxed about it, that we've got this, that, you know, we've got a phenomenal team. I've got, look, for the first time, you'll never normally see this, but I've got nails that are missed. I have nails that are pinged off over the weekend whilst we've been getting things ready. I'm going to get my nails done, Be Inspired nails ready ahead of the event this afternoon. Taking a little minute. So a lot of actually this weekend and the run up to the event, because the team have just had everything in hand and we together have been working to make sure everything is it needs to be, and that the run up to the event has actually been so much more relaxed, isn't quite the word, but I feel like much more rested going into it, which is what, you know, this weekend has been about. Very intense few days at Expert Empires, lots and lots of learning, lots and lots of excitement, lots of things to take forward in the IATQB business. Once we've done like a little bit of digestion around some of the things that I've learned and some of the things that we're going to implement. And not only that, today sees the doors open to my phenomenal friend Lisa Johnson, her one-to-many program. That's going to open up today. She's having a masterclass tonight. She's going to teach if you've been doing the Race to Recurring Revenue. Let me know in the comments, by the way, if you've been taking part in Race to Recurring Revenue. We've had a little group chat going on for the past week while the challenge has been going on. It's been lovely to see people's ideas. Things have happened over the last week, means I've not been able to be as present in that group chat, but it's been really lovely to see people connect and start to, you know, feed their ideas through and start to understand that yes, they are able to create recurring revenue within their business. It's all been very, very exciting. But tonight, Lisa's sort of consolidating all of this. Jackie Jones, you've been doing Lisa's challenge. Yeah, I've seen that. They're going to consolidate all the learning that's been going on last week, and the doors will open to One-to-Many. Now, One-to-Many is the course that Lisa runs, that is a program that really walks you through with lots of incredible bonuses, that walks you through the building of that recurring revenue, passive, semi-passive income setup. Whether you've got a business or not, you could start from complete scratch and engage in this, which is really exciting. But me and Lisa have partnered up. So if those of you that are going to get involved want to get involved with me, then I am going to give you an opportunity to learn with me. So not only are you going to learn how the intrinsics of how to get set up in business like that, how to set up your recurring revenue streams, but I'm going to teach you how to speak about it, how to articulate it, how to really nail the messaging around it, so that you can build your audience in a way that's really meaningful, build your audience, build your community, and get speaking about what it is that you're doing. So the two are going to go hand in hand. So ordinarily, that course, which we go live within a couple of weeks, which is very exciting. You know, after Be Inspired, we did the Be Heard bootcamp and we launched the course anyway. So if you've been eyeing up working with me, and you want the added extra of having Lisa Johnson and her team and her phenomenal community, as well as mine, you want to bring the two together, you want to keep your peepers peeled. So lots of details are going to be coming out to you over email over the next week, tonight included. But you'll be working with me for 8 weeks as part of the Be Heard program, and also with Lisa as part of the One-to-Many program, if you decide to jump in with me, which is very, very exciting. It's full disclosure, I am an affiliate for this particular launch. I'm normally not, because we launch at the same time. The stars have aligned this time. So it will mean that I do get financially compensated if you do jump in with me. However, you are getting what you would be getting for than you would be getting it if you were just jumping in directly straight in with me, which is very exciting. It's nice to be able to do. So if you do want more information about Race to Recurring Revenue, about one-to-many, about the Be Heard program, then please do drop us a little DM and we can send you the information. But all you need to do is head on to the link, which will be in my bio on Instagram. And also it'll be all over my socials today. Please make sure that you are getting signed up for that, so that that when the masterclass goes live, you've got all that learning to do. This feels really weird, but then if I hold it like that, oh no, it's not as bad aesthetically. I hate having nails missing. It does my head in. So ordinarily what I'll be doing is putting my makeup on and getting ready for the week. I am giving my face a rest because I'm going to be wearing lots and lots of makeup sort of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for all of the filming, of course, being on stage. So I'm just trying to, I've been improving my skincare regimen. That's what they say in America. It's a regime, right? How are you saying it? How are you saying skincare regime, you lot? I'm just like, in America, it's a regimen. And that feels really weird. So I used to work with a network marketing company called Unique years ago. And they brought out phenomenal skincare, actually. And they were talking about regimens, but yeah, regime. I'm waiting till literally the last minute to get my nails done. Yeah, just in case there's any accidents, right? It's definitely regime, isn't it, Felicity? Yeah, regime. I thought so. I feel like that regimen feels a bit, I don't know. I don't know what it feels like. Anyway, I've been looking after myself. You'll be pleased to know. As is absolutely necessary. Absolutely necessary. This week really is a marathon, not a sprint. Say it the same way you do, just not quite as northern. I don't even know if that's regime. Regime. Is that northern? I try to think about if I had a southern accent, what that would sound like. Can I just give a huge shout out to Carla Wiggins, by the way, who's been our freelance designer for some of the work that's been going on as part of Be Inspired this time. Ordinarily, Wallace takes care of the whole thing, and it's grown that much now that we've needed to bring in some trusted designers. Carla Wiggins has been one of those people. So I just want to say a huge shout out to Carla. Thank you for all of your hard work that you have put in over the past few weeks supporting our speakers. A huge shout out to you. It's definitely regime. It is, isn't it? Shirley Cooper, see you there. So excited. Is very excited. If you are watching along, you're going to be at Be Inspired. Make sure that you are in the pre-drinks and after party Facebook group. If you're not in there already, go and introduce yourself. I think one of the brilliant things is that even if you don't know anybody, you will know somebody by the end of it. In fact, some of the best friendships, relationships, collaborations happen when people have gone along to Be Inspired, not known anybody, and then come out with best friends for life. Also, the train strikes are off. Yes. So there were train strikes happening on the Thursday and on the Saturday, which make getting home difficult for lots of you Southern lovelies and those of you that live elsewhere in the country. Not so now. All the trains are running as they should, which again makes the after party much more accessible to everybody. The after party is going to be kicking, by the way. Two of my incredible friends are going to be performing. We've got George Alfie, who, if you didn't catch him last time, is going to be performing early doors from about 7:30, 8 o'clock. And then we've got Sam Squire, who's actually one of our speakers from Curious Entrepreneurs, fresh off of the back of his vibrancy event at the weekend, is going to be DJing for us. He is an absolutely top quality DJ. So we're going to be after partying hard together after what I promise you will be our best Be Inspired yet. The speakers are ready. We've got some fantastic, fantastic guests, as well as our speaker cohort lineup. We've got Matt Elwell from the Elite Closing Academy speaking specifically about sales. Now, I had the honor of watching him speak on Thursday last week, and his talk is absolute. Everybody in that room, you will need what Matt is bringing to the table. I've got no doubt in my mind whatsoever. I was taking notes avidly, and I know about sales. I've been in sales for a long, long time. I've been teaching sales for a long, long time. It's brilliant to hear somebody who is, I don't want to give too much away, but throw everything that you know about sales and formulaic sales out of the window and be prepared to really connect with what it is that Matt has to say. We've got Andrew and Pete from Atomicon of Andrew and Pete fame, who I'm going to be interviewing. We're going to be talking about all things marketing. We've also got May King Sang is one of our guests. She's going to be talking about creating FOMO in your business. And also we have got, oh my God, I'm so excited, Natalie Liu, author of The Joy of Saying No, featured regularly on the TV, Sunday Times bestseller, multiple author, is going to be speaking about boundaries, about the joy of saying no. And that's they're our VIP speakers, as well as our phenomenal cohort. We're going to be covering everything from HR all the way through to inclusion, all the way through to mental health. I am so excited to bring these speakers to you. 2 days of phenomenal TEDx style talks, plus our expo, who have been handpicked this time for being really heart-centered businesses, B, necessary for our audience. So sometimes, you go along to like expos or, business networking events and things like that, and you'll see stands there, you're like, are they relevant for me? I've got absolutely no doubt in my mind whatsoever the value that our exhibitors are bringing to the table is second to none. So not only have you got the room where it happens, where all the speaking's going on, you are going to come into contact with some of the best businesses I know, and some of the most heart-led businesses I know, to go and do business that are going to help you from your legals all the way through to your networking and everything in between. So get excited about that. I'll be wearing my Brave pants. Sarah Oakley from the Brave Bird Club is going to be there with a Brave Pants stall. I'll be having a little chat to her through the day as well. We've got Making Sound, Creating FOMO through the day as well. We've got Clue Content, who are our content creation agency. They work with us. They're not ours. They don't belong to us, by the way. No, they don't. They belong to Inga Hunter and her phenomenal team. But they're going to be there creating content with you live, so you can get a little flavor of what it's like to create content with Clue Content. We have just done our next 3 months. We'll be working with them for the next 6 months and beyond, creating some of the best quality content for our socials. So we're going to be working, well, we already are working directly with Clue Content, but they're going to be there with their own sort of exhibition to show you what it is that they get up to. Our Clue Content is going to be live from the 1st of April. So ours is already done for the next 3 months. So from the 1st of April, from Saturday, you're going to see that, we've put our money where our mouth is. We invest in as many of our community as we're able, as is appropriate. And Clue Content is definitely one of those. I got completely overwhelmed, Nick Davis said, when she found out that Natalie was coming. I didn't know Nick. So Nick Davis is one of our phenomenal speakers at Be Inspired, but has been inspired by Natalie Liu in the past, has read her books, and they changed her life. And it's a beautiful thing for me as a producer to get to bring people that you dig on and bring them to speak on the same stages as you. What's amazing, I think, is that, generally we do Be Inspired and we do this big launch afterwards. We only have 3 spaces left on the next cohort of Be Inspired, the Be Inspired program. So to work with me and speak at the September event and work with me for the next 6 months, there's only 3 spaces left. So this big launch that we had planned isn't going to be that big of a launch. You will be able to put deposits down to speak and work with me for the March one next year. And we've got lots of little breezy bonuses for you to, make a commitment to that if you want to. But if you are waiting for me to open the doors to Be Inspired and say, I want to be a part of the cohort for next time, all of that sort of stuff, you might want to have a conversation with us, because I've got no doubt that those 3 spots will go by the end of this week anyway, which is really weird. How weird is that we do these big launches? And, if you remember the Wings of Destiny, they're already pretty full. They're already pretty full. We're still going to do the Be Heard bootcamp. We're still going to launch Be Heard because Be Heard is a phenomenal 8-week or 9-module course now. We've added in a specific model centered around how to consider inclusive language in your talks, how to consider inclusion as part of your offer in your business as well. as you know, it's something that's really, really dear to our hearts. It is amazing. It is fantastic. I met somebody over the course of Expert Empires, and they was like, "Oh, how do I work with you?" So I said, "There was like, oh, well, that sounds like a no-brainer. We'll have a space." So out of the 20 spaces, only 3 are left, and that's it. We're sold out, and we're not even in launch. It's so weird. So yeah, very, very excited to welcome the new cohort in as well. I know lots of you are going to be there at Be Inspired to sort of have a real taste of what's going on. So there are some little juicy, brucey bonuses for anybody that does jump in before we open the doors to those 3 spaces. That if you pay in full, we will also sort you out with a ticket to Atomicon that I'm going to be speaking at, which is Andrew Pete's event in June, and also to Ideas Fest. We have not made an official announcement yet, but I'm going to tell you, just between you, me, just as chickens. But Ideas Fest is a huge event. It is the Glastonbury of business. And Be Inspired is going to have its own tent. We are going to be showcasing the best in breakthrough speaking talent here in the UK at the Be Inspired tent at Ideas Fest. It is a huge deal, a huge deal. And we're going to be revealing ways that you could possibly work with me in the run up to that, if that is something that you're excited about. So say we run out of the spaces for, the next cohort, there may be an opportunity to work with me, but that will be application only for the Be Inspired by Ideas Fest. So it's very, very, very exciting. Huge platform. Some of the biggest names in business are going to be there. So it's very exciting. More on that in the coming weeks. This week, though, sleeves up. We are looking at Thursday, Friday. There comes a point in like this week where, you know, people either can't make it or they drop out, or, you know, there's like spare tickets that are knocking around. Keep your eyes in the hive if you are after a ticket, or I think we've just got 2 tickets left. So if you just want to go and get your ticket, go to imthequeenbee.co.uk. I think there's just 2 tickets left, and we're sold out. Essentially, we're sold out. But if you do want a ticket, if you are watching along going, I wish I'd got my ticket to Be Inspired, we can make it happen. You might need to either, if you're quick and you do it now, go to imthequeenbee.co.uk, go and grab your ticket from there. Once those 2 are gone, that link will go away. Or you can go into the hive and just shout out, has anyone got a ticket? Has anyone got a space on their table? We've got some brilliant table hosts. Nicola Peake is hosting a table. Jojo Smith is hosting a table. Joe McMeekin from Send Story. Abigail Horn and Emma Hine are hosting a table together. Dee Badgewa, Lisa Johnson's hosting a table. Inspiring Connect, Ali Swift is hosting a table. So there's lots of, Bev Foutier is hosting a table. Ali Knight is hosting a table. So there's lots of table hosts that may have a last minute seat. Geraldine McGraw is having a table. So there are a few people who you can check out potentially that might have a little bit of a discounted ticket. If not, don't bite the bullet, or bite the bullet and go to imthequeenbee.co.uk. Just go and get your last minute ticket. I cannot wait to welcome you. I am still going to be live. It's a very intense week this week from a social media perspective, from an emailing perspective, because the doors to one-to-many are opening this evening. If you do want to jump in, and you want to jump in with me and work with me and Lisa Johnson together, then you can. So keep your eyes open, or just get in my DMs and I'll send you the link. The link will not be live until this evening when the doors are open. Right, I think that's everything that I need to tell you. All of our ticket holders, if you are listening along, you will have had an email with your e-ticket with details of when we're starting. Registration is at 8 o'clock. Please be there for 8 o'clock sharp so that we can get everybody in, introduce you to our stall holders, introduce you to our flight squad, and we will be starting at 9:30 precisely. I will not be starting a minute later than 9:30. So if you are not in the door at 8 o'clock and you're registered, we've got 250, almost 300 of you to get through the door, get you registered, get you settled, get you a brew, and get you having a chat to each other. then we're going to start without you. And I don't want to start the party without you. So please do make sure if you are coming along, get there really early, nice and early. Doors are at 8 a.m. each day. And we'll be wrapping up the day. So there'll be time to network afterwards. There'll be drinks afterwards both nights. But I want to be getting everyone done, finished and ready to refresh for the next day at 5 p.m. each day. So being very, very clear on times. Go register on your email link. If you have got an email from us, you are a ticket holder, go and register on your email link. That's going to make checking in the morning really easy. We're not on lanyards this time. We're on digital tickets, but your QR codes are going to allow you to network with each other. So your details are going to be on your QR codes. You can scan each other's QR codes and get each other's details and make notes against the conversations that you've had. So that's a really cool thing that we're going to be doing together. I'll tell you more about that when we get to each other. But please do go and register your e-ticket on your email link. So all of you should have received that email. I know I've been getting the test emails through the weekend, and if I'm getting them, that means that you should be getting them. So please do go and check your emails. Go into your I've taken a picture of my QR code. Will that work? Yes, Laura, darling, it will. It will. Just in case. That's what I do. But yes. It will work, and it will only work for one person. So you can't you can't take a picture and then go and give it to somebody else. Once that person is scanned in, it won't allow another scan. So don't be cheeky. Those of you that might be thinking about being cheeky, I'll give me a QR code. You can't do that because it won't work. So I think that's everything. So let's recap. There are 2 tickets left that you can go on the website and go and buy. Go and check in the Hive, see if anyone's got a space on their table. I've just listed out all of the table hosts, or as many of the table hosts I can remember off the top of my head. There are no more spaces. There are no more spaces on the expo. I know some of you have come to me sort of last minute and gone, hey, Dan, can I have a space at the expo? There aren't any left now. That's it. Everything has gone to print. The programs are being delivered today. So if you do want an expo space for next time, feel free. You can DM us. We'll be taking registrations for those at the event itself as well. Priority always goes to our previous expo holders. So, and they always, lots of them like to come back. So please do, if you want to get involved in the next one, it's not a bad time to be reaching out to us and we can sort of take an expression of interest. If anyone wants details of sponsoring next time, you can. But we're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It is very, very exciting. I am incredibly excited this week, not least of which to see so many of you and give you a hug and spend time with you all and bring you the best possible show. I've got brand new talks that I'm bringing to the table this time. I've got new costumes that I'm bringing to the table this time. I'm smiling because you know they're going to be ridiculous. They definitely are. And of course, a little bit of Danny Oki thrown into the mix as well. So the very best in entertainment coming your way this week from Manchester. Can't wait to squeeze you all. Make sure that you are there on the Friday evening to come and decompress, debrief, and have a boogie and a drink with us as well. That after party is going to be banging. Can't wait to see you all. I'll see you through the week. Keep your eye out for Lisa Johnson's masterclass this evening at 8 o'clock. Sign up to that link on my Instagram. It'll be on my social media posts today and in my emails. That's everything. I love you. Have a brilliant week. Let me know in the comments what's going to make this week a win for you. You know what's going to make this week a win for me. Hugs with as many of you lot as possible. All right, my darlings. I love you. Have a great week. And I will see you for more Showing Up, Rising Up and Rising.